evening, BodySlams podcast viewers. That's right. I have to say good evening because it ain't the morning time because I ended up sleeping in on Sunday. So you didn't get to see me at 10 a.m. because I had one hell of a Saturday, starting off with Super Crazy Pro Wrestling, then going from there to the Red Rose Rumble for three Legacies Wrestling in Lancaster, Pennsylvania at the Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right. The big one that they had going on. And if you wasn't there, I'm gonna tell you this right now, you missed one hell of a show. There was clearly over 2,200 people there live and in attendance for this phenomenon known as the Red Rose Rumble. And speaking of the Red Rose Rumble, if you have not gotten your Red Rose Rumble shirt, you can exclusively get it on ProWrestlingTees.com. They did not have it on sale at the event because these are rare items. You can only get them online. So if you still want your chance to get this collectible memorabilia, go over to ProWrestlingTees.com and look up 3 Legacies Wrestling, and you can get any one of these 2 Red Rose Rumble tees as they have on sale. And not to mention also the original tees that they got to Build Your Legacy, the first edition right there in the middle, and the Red Rose on the end there. So don't hesitate. Get over there. Get your Red Rose Rumble tees before it's too late and you can't get them no more whatsoever. But without any further ado, let's jump into things here. Now we're talking about the Red Rose Rumble, and what better way to kick off this event by far with the name itself. We had the Rumble first up to bat. Now, the winner of the Rumble wins that beautiful trophy and earns a title shot against whoever the champion that came out that evening at a later date. There was 15 competitors that entered the Rumble. We got to see the likes of Gene Snitsky, Harleen Lopez, Chris Blaze, Jason Blade, J.S. Hawthorne, Big Daddy Cruz, a whole list, and you know what? A special treat for everybody. Lancaster Barnstormer's very own Silo hit the ring himself also. He was standing there going toe-to-toe with the likes of Gene Snitsky and Clayton Adams. That's right. Oh, man. Talk about a night of action. It was hot and heavy. First 2 men out there, and then every 1 minute, a new competitor entered the Rumble. And when the smoke cleared and the dust settled, 1 man stood victorious. But the final three in there was Big Gene Snitsky, J.S. Hawthorne, and Silo. Well, no, actually, Clayton Adams. Silo got eliminated out. He pretty much like crawled out of there himself. He didn't want to have nothing to do with Clayton Adams, but Clayton was trying to get his hands on him. But then Snitsky took out Adams, and little to behold, the sneaky little devil himself, the thespian, J.S. Hawthorne, came up from behind and dumped Gene Snitsky over the top which led J.S. Hawthorne as the sole survivor of the Red Rose Rumble. And now he has earned a shot to compete against the newly crowned inaugural champion. And I will get to that shortly later on. But yeah, congratulations goes out to the winner of the 2003 Red Rose Rumble, J.S. Hawthorne. He just notched his name in the record books for being the first ever winner of one of these Rumbles here for 3 Legacies Wrestling. Then up the bat, to follow that, if we can, none other than a fatal 4-way match between the ladies of 3 Legacies Wrestling, as we got to see Journey Burke taking on Danny Moe versus Clara Carreras versus Zoe Cannon. Now, 3 of these ladies all had it in for each other. Danny Moe, not so much. She just got thrown into the match. But 3 of these ladies have really big time heat with each other. And this was a barn burner all over the place. They went inside the ring, outside the ring, diving. You know what? Matter of fact, to make things better, just to even kick it off, just what happens all night long, when everybody was making their entrances, we got to see entrances to the ring, such as this. That's right. All night long, everybody was getting a ride to the ring. Danny Moe showing up in style, as she always does, just like all the other ladies. But the one that came on top was, wait for it, Miss Zoe Cannon. That's right. A student of the 3 Legacies Wrestling Academy came out on top in this hard-fought battle against these 3 veteran ladies. And now she's just moving up the ranks. Now, then as we moved on just a little bit more after that, we got to see some 6-man tag team action as Brooks Porter teamed up with the team of Ace Dallas and Merrick Miami, taking on the likes of Al Snook and 2 very special friends from the big times, Shannon Moore and Dirty Dango. This match was all over the place, I tell you that. The crowd was on fire, but it was Al Snook who picked up the victory for his team, as Shannon Moore and Dirty Dango held one of the competitors up, floating from the ring. Wasn't even laying on the mat. They held him up, and Al Snook came off the top with a huge frog splash to pick up that victory. And following that, one of the matches that was on everybody's mind, especially the guys in the locker room, especially our announcers, our referees, our production team, was this one. The No Holds Barred match, which also featured the winner would get control of 3 Legacies Wrestling. And we got to pick up some fan action clips. So if you want to see the full entirety of this, you have to wait till it comes out on Premier Streaming Network. That's right, PSN, to watch the whole show. But we did catch this clip from a fan cam of what was going down during this match. It's a short clip.
Yeah! Come on, man. Fight for it. Fight for it. Come on, boys. Get up.
Oh yeah. And just so happens, as this was going on, as you got to see Jason Raditz and Clayton Adams, they decided to stick their nose in the business of Ricardo Rodriguez to try to help Kevin Murphy secure the rights to own Three Legacies Wrestling. But then later on, 3 of the students from the Three Legacies Academy came out to confront Kevin Murphy in the middle of the ring. But Kevin Murphy, with the power that he has of money, trying to buy them off, he nearly had them. They turned their backs, went towards Ricardo, almost as they were going to attack him. But little be known, they have so much loyalty towards Ricardo, they turned back right around, and they went balls to the wall fury on Kevin Murphy. And to end it all, we also got to see Joe come back and get his little revenge on Murphy. He gave him a nice nut shot right down below too as well. That was his payback for all the treatment that what Murphy did to him. Ricardo put Murphy on top of the table, off the top rope, right through, scored the pinfall victory, and saved a lot of people's jobs in 3LW and won it for all the fans. We have Michael Wade in the room there. Chime in. Love the finisher. Thank you, Mike. No holds barred was fire. Jay, Al, and Zoe came out. Yep, exactly. I just covered that. Thank you. But yeah, hands down, this will probably not even be the end of Kevin Murphy. So we all know he's going to be so vindictive, and he's gonna try to get back at Ricardo one way or another. Here's another shot we got to see before they got to square off. And the official in charge there, Mr. Zach Carlucci, he definitely had his hands full in this match with all the outside interference going on, with everyone sticking their noses in. This match went all over the place. It was no hold bars. Like I said, they went up in the crowd too. They were fighting on the dugout as well. But in the end result, Ricardo saved Three Legacies Wrestling and everyone's jobs. Thank you, boss. And following that, we got to see Prince Piranha versus, well, as you see there, it says Prince Piranha on Junie Underwood. I don't know who did that in our production. Taking on Facade versus a newcomer who debuted, Rocket. Now, this match was all over the place. And I mentioned before, we had everyone coming in on cards. Oh, yeah, that match was hot and heavy all over the place, just like the women's match. They were hitting everything, had the crowd and oohs and ahs. I'm sure my man Mike was really excited when he was seeing this one here, no doubt. And moving along, we got to see this very special submission match. Now, this was not for the faint at heart. These two were going at each other, trying to break each other, trying to wear each each other down, trying to dislocate a joint, whatever. They were being very manipulative to each other's body parts. And this was a match for Smiley because he has been dealing with the voices from Delirious, the voices from himself in his head that's just kept testing him, nagging at him what to do. And then finally, we got to see Smiley versus Delirious 2 that night at the Rumble in this very special submission match. And hands down, the expertise, the vet card definitely went to Delirious because he is far and beyond his skill set is way far and beyond what Smiley is, and he was the sure odds-on favorite of making Smiley tap out. But unfortunately, it was Smiley who picked up the victory. The ref raised a hand, not once, not twice, but we got to see it drop 3 times for Smiley to pick up the W against Delirious. Back to the comment room. Our man Michael's in there once again. Oh, yeah, that's right. He actually put the mask on then. He switched during the match. Smiley switched his mask that he was wearing to his Delirious trademark mask that he was honoring him by. He was paying homage by. But then, according to Michael, Smiley said it ain't over yet. How so? I guess time will tell. We will see in the weeks to come. And up next, we had a huge tag team match between South Philly's finest, Heath Miller, and Rhino. And this match was crazy. It, like I said, you know, South Philly's finest talking all that garbage. Matter of fact, they had some choice words that they wanted to say right before the match. So post-match promo they put out before they even hit the ring. And this is what they said.
Way up. Way up. All the way up there. Yeah, here we are at the Three Legacies Wrestling Red Rose Rumble. Woo! Yeah. And I want to know, Heath Miller, I want to know, Rhino, are you ready? Yeah, let me take a little something that you might be familiar with, put our own little flavor of ice cream on it, yeah. Are you ready? Because we're a long way from the streets of South Philly, yeah. We're a long way from Merchant Square Mall, if you know what I'm saying. And we ain't in there with yous. Yous are in there with us. This is Gravy Train Tour 2K23. Yous ain't on it, because we're throwing you under it. Put them on notice, fam.
You know what the worst name in history is?
Yeah. Tell him, fam. Tell
Heath.
Heath.
What a terrible name. And I don't know what rhinos eat.
Nope.
But he ain't getting no gabagool neither.
Nope.
Neither, nada, nitter, nutter. I've said it before, boys. And I say it again. It's nothing personal.
Yeah.
But when it comes to this, it's all business. And the bitch about it is that we take this business personal. Clipper Magazine Stadium.
Yeah.
This is SPF country. Tonight, there will be no gore.
Nope.
Gore.
Nope.
Gore.
Nope.
It will be gore. 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 And when it's over, we going to Larry's and we gonna get some steaks. Yeah.
It's family over everything. Still is always will be, till this day. You ready for some steaks, fam?
I'm always ready for steaks.
Yeah. Steaks.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So they were hyped. They were ready to go into this match. All that trash talking known by SPF as the top one, that actually the top team here in Three Legacies Wrestling. And they had their hands full during, but they managed to start beating down Heath Miller during the match. And just so happens there was a nice, how you want to call it, a hot tag made, and this is what happened. Well, there you have it. SPF picked up pretty much, they bit off more than they can chew. I don't know how they're going to eat their steaks now, you know. But like I said, they're moving up the rankings, even though they got the loss at the Red Rose Rumble. I will shortly put out the rankings, which I already did online, but I will describe them to everyone here, though. And to follow that, how can we top off the night with none other than the main event? To declare the inaugural first ever Three Legacies Wrestling heavyweight champion. The final two competitors was All Energy Bro Keller and Wildlife Tarzan Duran. This match was in favor, I'm telling you, hands down, in favor of Tarzan Duran, because Bro Keller, little to be known, I heard from doctors in the back, he was still suffering from those cheers just from last month. It was the internal. You may not have seen the bruises outside, but he still had internal bruising and stuff on the inside from Tarzan Duran. And going into this match, Duran had one thing in mind, and that was to do whatever he can to take out Keller. Well, just so happens the ref got knocked out. He got his wish, broke out the chair one more time, laid out Keller. The ref wasn't there. He finally grabbed the ref to come over and make the count. And there was a 1, a 2, and a huge kick out by Bro Keller. And the crowd went nuts. That's right. They went crazy for Bro Keller. Bro Keller started fighting back. One thing led to another. And we got to see Bro Keller pick up the victory on Tarzan Duran and became your first ever inaugural Three Legacies Wrestling heavyweight champion. That was just a little bit of footage we had there from Colors Celebration with a drone cam someone had. But later on, we received something very, very interesting. I guess someone wasn't gonna wait for a while to the next show or whatever to put Bro Keller on notice for his World Heavyweight Championship. So yeah, this is what we got to hear from the first ever Red Rose Rumble champion.
Brava! Brava! Bravissima! Seems congratulations are in order. Bravo, sir! 'Tis a victory well deserved. Breathe it in. Enjoy it while it lasts. For the main antagonist has arrived. I'll be in the wings, watching.
Wow. Bro, you better I hope you're aware. If you wasn't aware then, you probably are aware now. The thespian J.S. Hawthorne has his eyes on you, and he's going to be watching from a distance with his Red Rose Rumble trophy. When will he cash this in? At a later date, we will find out eventually. But as you all know, Three Legacies Wrestling has one place in store for everyone to show up at the after party, and that is at Arugas, as Carolina Jim like to say. So you all need to meet us out there after the shows, and here's what Arugas has in store for you.
There's always a reason to visit Aruga's Grill House and Sports Bar. Treat yourself to our fresh made-to-order food options and over 40 beers on tap. Watch the big game, catch up with old friends, or enjoy a family night out. Aruga's, this is your turf.
Now, I know Ricardo is happy. He is pleased with what went down, him winning control, to keep control of Three Legacies Wrestling from the hands of Kevin Murphy as well. I'm sure he is proud of each and every one of the students that came out of the Three Legacies Academy that were not just competed in the Rumble, in their respective matches, who picked up their victories, Zoe Cannon, Al Snook, but also them two, as well as just Jay coming in to give him some assistance from Kevin Murphy and his goons. So with that being said, and if you think you got what it takes to become a professional wrestler, that's right, I'm talking to yous. You definitely want to check out the Three Legacies Pro Wrestling Academy right there on Centerville Road in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. You want to reach out to Three Legacies Wrestling on gmail.com. The head trainer, WWE alumni, Jesus Ricardo Rodriguez, will show you in all the ins and outs. Right there's some of the students who made their debuts with 3LW all through the academy. So, like I said, if you think you got what it takes, don't hesitate to join us on our adventure. And on September 9th, Premier Streaming Network presents the Wrestling Showcase. Three Legacies Wrestling will definitely be a part of that. As far as I know right now, before we had listed, it was supposed to be Mentequila versus Smiley versus Bro Keller versus Tarzan Duran. But unfortunately, Mentequila is injured. That's why he didn't make the Red Rose Rumble, so he will not be at this one either. So it looks like this might possibly be a three-way dance between those three other competitors. And on the September 15th, we will have our 1-year anniversary, and we will have legend Al Snow in the house. That's right. Meet and greet. You don't want to miss out. Pictures are $25, autograph $25, or you get the combo and save $10 for only $40. and he's being brought in by our friends over at We Like Wrestling Podcast. So yeah, you don't want to miss out on this one. September 15th, back at the Brightside Opportunity Center at 515 Hershey Avenue in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Your tickets are as followed. First row, $25. Second row, $20. And general admission, $15. Doors open up at 5:30. Why so early? Why an hour and a half early when the show starts at 7? Because it gets full. Pack wall to wall. Sometimes we have to have standing room as well. So you definitely want to get there early to get your seat while it lasts. And before I head out of here, I did say I was going to bring up our rankings. And after the Rumble, we tabulated everything, the win-loss record, plus the percentage, plus the their singles matches, tag matches, 6-man Rumble, multi-person match, mixed tag, whatever. We factored all them in, and here is our current standings in 3 Legacies Wrestling on what it looks like for use. Our heavyweight champion is none other than Bro Keller. He is undefeated with 10 wins, 0 losses. That's right. And on down, our top 10 in first place, J.S. Hawthorne, our Red Rose Rumble winner, followed up by number 2, Tarzan Duran, holding strong in third place, Sinister X. Ricardo Rodriguez moved up to number 4 officially, Smiley at number 5. Jason Blade, kind of steadily, he's moving up and down in the rankings. He's at number 6. El Prince Piranha, number 7. Al Snook at number 8. Junie Underwood started to move down in the rankings here at number 9. Merrick Miami holding on strong at that number 10 spot. And in the women's division, our top 5, Zoe Cannon, as she picked up that victory at the Red Rose Rumble, puts her at number 1. Clara Carreras at number 2. Journey Burke at number 3. At number 4, we get to see Harleen Lopez and Danny Moe at number 5. And in our tag team division, South Philly's finest, still holding strong in the number 1 spot. Ace Dallas and Merrick Miami right behind them at number 2. The main event, the 2 big giant twins holding strong at number 3. Heath Miller and Rhino just made our top 5 tag team, and they're at number 4. And there's a tie for 5th place between the International Players Club and TNT. That's the Hughes brothers. That's right, Devon Dudley's boys. But yeah, that's our rankings, what we have. Hopefully we get to see some more strong competitors come in. And we definitely want to see these rankings move around a lot, most definitely. And I just want to thank whoever turned in to watch tonight, even though I wasn't in on Sunday morning, because that's when we usually do breakfast and body slams. So, but at this time of night, you know, it's breakfast somewhere in the world, I tell you that. But going forward, I think we might possibly go on a small hiatus, just to revamp everything, to see what we can do here. Maybe a new format, maybe get some new co-hosts on the show to help us talk about 3 Legacies Wrestling. But as of right now, I'm going to wish everyone the best wishes. Make sure to be there September 15th at the Brightside Opportunity Center in Lancaster, Pennsylvania for 3 Legacies Wrestling. And there's no telling when we'll be back on the air. So right now we're going to take a break from broadcasting, but we'll definitely update you as time goes on when we're going to be back on air. Who knows? We might even surprise you and do a pop-up one out of nowhere. You never know. Or one of our Thursday night slams where we have guests. But as far as our regular breakfast and body slams, we're going to take a slight break just to get things organized once again. So thanks for tuning in. Thank you, everyone who chimed in. Well, Michael, it was great seeing you at the Rumble too as well. So thank you, folks. I'm Chio. Don't forget to check out BodySlamsPodcast.com. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification button to find out when we are live, especially the YouTube one. That would help us out a lot. And we'll see yous at the matches. Peace out.